Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 2 of my Let's Platinum Bioshock series. If you want a full rundown of what we're doing in this series of videos, you can just check out the first video, the link will be in the corner now, and that will tell you everything what to expect for these. So this is exactly where we left off. We've just exited the bathysphere after the first video and we are now in Medical Pavilion. This is the first area here. We're just going to tidy up a little bit here and pick up the first audio diary released today. There are 17 audio diaries in this area. There are 7 tonics, which are needed for trophies, and 2 plasmids, which aren't needed for trophies, but are essential for gameplay, really. So we're going to start off by hacking here. This bot that's in the way, that's blocking this door. This is the hacking mini game. They're always the same, really. You just basically connect pipes from the entrance to the exit. I'll show the first few because you would be getting trophies for each of these. We're going to get 7 trophies in this video, 6 of which are for hacking. So there, at this point, you would get 1 successful hack and hacked a sentry bot, but I do not get them because I've already got them on my account, so you're not going to see them in this video, but you will get them at that point, obviously. And then we're going to get hacked a vending machine right after this for doing the vending machine. Hacking vending machines makes them cheaper, and in some cases actually gives you extra items that you wouldn't be able to normally purchase. Now, I'm not going to leave all of the hacking mini games in because we do hack a lot. You need to hack 50 separate things for a trophy. So hack everything that you see. That'll be vending machines, security bots, turrets, security cameras, safes. Everything you see, hack it until you get the trophy. Again, I'll let you know sort of when to expect to get it. But if you hack everything that I do, it's in the next level, I think. There's that many things that you would hack 50 by the next level. So that's diary number 2 there. You just saw me pick up. That's 2 of 17. That one was called Adam's Changes, I believe. So again, I'm going to show the map just for a quick bit. I know if you're following the full guide, you'll know where we are because you're following along. But I'm also going to put links in the description and the comments for anyone who just wants to know where certain items are or collectibles are. So there's going to be a map afterwards so they can sort of gauge where we are. So at this point we're just trying to get through this door. That's essentially, there's another bathysphere through that door, but as you can see, access is denied, so we're going to have to go the long way around. Again, you're going to want to get in the habit of scrounging for things. We don't get the items yet. I forget which area it is. It's either the 4th or the 5th area where you're going to start getting items for crafting, but we're not going to get anything like that yet. Just get in the habit. We'll open this other door here, which will open the door above where we got the first audio log. It's going to have a bunch of enemies pouring out. Now, again, we are on easy because of the hack. For more information on that, not hack, should I say, got hacking on the mind now. The glitch, at the beginning of the first video I explained what's going on there, but essentially we are skipping the hardest difficulty and just switching it right at the end of this playthrough, and that will get us all of the trophies or achievements. So yeah, we're on easy. As you can see here, 1-shot kill basically, and hardly any life loss whenever we get hit. Yeah, if we were on the hardest difficulty survivor, we would be getting annihilated at this point. But you can sort of just charge through, not have to worry about it, and it's fantastic because this game is pretty tough on survivor. It's almost not fun. I put off playing this game originally back in 2010 because it's been that long since I played this. 10 years, wow. Because I didn't like it because of the brutal difficulty. I put it off for a while. It was 2009 I started it. So yeah. So we're coming up to the main entrance of the medical area now. Through this door, after this apparition, is going to be yet another audio log. It's going to be higher standards. So use the door control here. and you can see, lovely. There we go. You just see it on the wall there. Again, I'm just going to show the map for people who don't know where it is. In this next area now, there's 2 turrets. Hang on, here we go. Come on, yeah, that's it. Do all that. Right, turrets off to the left here. So you want to switch to shock. You shock it, it will completely disarm it for a moment, allowing you to hack. Again, I'm going to show this one. I'm going to show one of each. This is the turret one. It's always the same pretty much. You can't copy my thing because I think it's randomly generated. Not that you need to, you just sort of switch the pipes along. You've got loads of time. Look how slow that green is going. The red bits are basically dead things, so you don't get any extra pipes there. Some of them have smaller boards. There's not much to it at all. So at that point there, you would get the hacker turret trophy. There's another one off to the right I completely forgot about here, but because we're on easy, it just doesn't matter. So our turret there is actually fighting this turret. So there you can see, yeah, there we go, skipped it. That was quicker. Yeah, so if that turret and the bot are now mine basically, and they will stay in my control until they are destroyed. Even if you leave this area and come back to it later on, which you can do with the bathyspheres, they will stay in your control and they will kill anything that aggroes towards you. So Big Daddy comes along, it will not automatically aggro, because that would just be annoying. You have to actually be in combat. They will take enemies on that are there. That must have sort of come towards me, so it was taking it on. But just round here now is another audio log. This one's Parasite Expectations. So again, just going to show quickly on the map where we are. We obviously haven't moved. It's round the corner from the last one. But yeah, just for people who need to know. There's quite a few audio logs in this area here. You can see, there's a medical thing here, and just to the right of this medical thing is yet another audio log. Live for Science, I believe it is, or Love for Science. So there we go. Just ahead of the last one. This is a medical station. There's you want to hack these anyway, because if an enemy gets injured, if you are on a higher difficulty, they will run to try and find one of these, and if you've hacked it, it will give them an electric shock, which is pretty handy, to be honest. And it can kill them outright. Also, your healing is cheaper. Here's another audio log, by the way. Your healing becomes cheaper, and if you really want to, you can destroy them and you'll get a medical pack, but we're not going to need them because we're on easy, and you can see enemies just aren't a problem. But trust me, you'd want it like this rather than survivor difficulty, because it really is pretty brutal. So here you can see that ice there. We need another plasmid for that, which is obviously going to be in here. Well, it's not obvious, but if you're going to find a fire-based plasmid, it's going to be in a place called Eternal Flame. So you see, she got thrown across the area there. That guy has, I know he killed him quickly, but he has bombs. One of the tougher enemies in the game. Yet another diary here off to the side. That one's Surgeries Picasso, I think it was. I completely missed there. So we'll just have a look here. Yeah, just keep scrounging. I believe there's a camera in here, so you will see me do this one because it's the first camera. Cameras are extremely handy, especially in higher difficulties, to hack. Because they will alert. Once a camera gets alerted to your presence, it will follow you for a moment, and then it will set an alarm off, and bots will come and try and kill you. But this will also happen for other enemies. Once you've hacked it, it will do the same for you, and it's extremely handy for taking down big daddies and just general when you get mobbed. In certain areas you'll get mobbed and you'll want security cameras on your side. So yeah, we see that one. I did that one fully there. That's because you will get the hacker security camera trophy after doing that one. Then after this, you just turn around and you'll see this furnace control here. If you put it in, you put this corpse into the furnace, and it will come out nice and crispy with the Hacker's Delight tonic. Now you need to collect a bunch of tonics in this game for a trophy. I think I should have looked this up, but I can't do right now. I believe it's 57 or something like that. There are a lot more, well, not a lot more, there are more than you need. We'll be buying them, we'll be finding them, but follow along with the video and you will have more than enough by the end. So we're going to go up here and kill her. You see on the floor here, that is sort of oily looking. That's because it is oil, and we're going to be using that to set some people on fire in a minute. So just to the left there, you saw the next plasmid. There it is. Incinerate. That is an active one. It's for the hand. It's not a passive one. You do need to use your Eve, I think it is, the blue gauge, to use this, and basically it sets people on fire. It's not great damage wise. It's kind of, I don't really use it much. It doesn't have many uses apart from melting ice and setting oil on fire, but it's easy just to shoot them on this difficulty, to be honest. Like you see, we've been mobbed here by 3. Quick click of the fingers and it takes care of all 3 of them. So there's nothing else up in this area, but we have to wait for the fire. Well, I suppose you could run through it if you really wanted to. Probably not going to do that much damage. We're just going to run around this top floor now and have a look for a few items. Just get through these bodies. See what they've got on them. Usually money or potato crisps, chips, whatever you want to call them. The bot is still following us. He will follow us until he dies or gets blown up. So there's not really much up here. There's nothing in the cabinets. I think it's random with regards to cabinets and bodies. It's not going to be the same. It does change. It's RNG. So you could get lucky and find things, or you might not get anything at all. So we are going to just melt this ice that we went past before. That's going to take us into Twilight Fields. And it's going to take us into what we're getting in here. We are getting another tonic in here. In a moment, we're just going to take a few. There's an enemy down here. And behind that door is another turret. And I'm trying to get it to open up, but it's not doing. And it's still not. I'm ready to shock it as soon as it opens, but we're not having it. So might as well. No, it's the ammo that does it. So once you pick the ammo up, that door's going to open, shock it, hack it. You're not going to see me do it because we've already done turret. We've already got that trophy out of the way. So around here is another enemy. Morning, kind of. It's not really. It's stealing more than likely. So there's a number underneath that Eve hypo. Hypo, yeah, of course. There's a number there for the door behind us, and I didn't just use some Eve and move it out of the way. I completely forgot to do that. It went out of my mind, so I guessed the second number, which was 4. I can't believe I actually remembered it, but it's 0451 that opens this door. That's always the same. There is machine gun ammo. There's that automatic hacking tool, which are very handy. You can just skip hack altogether, but you get a limited amount of those. I'd save them later on for things like safes, which are more difficult, or just when you get bored of hacking, to be honest. So round this corner in a minute we're going to be getting the tonic. Oh, it's gone dark. What's going to happen? No, nothing. See, he's crawled off into the cabinet there, and there's the tonic. So they all do separate things. These are passive abilities, basically. You can only have 2 at the moment selected, but we will be getting more later on. I'll explain how to get more of those later on. So we've got the 2 slots there. You just put it in. You're not going to notice much of a buff. The most important ones are for finding items later on, but we don't have that. We don't have access to those. You get one that allows you to look through each thing twice, it will sort of randomly generate another lot and give you a second roll of the dice, so to speak. So you might get better items when you're looking cabinets or whatever. But most of them are pretty there on this difficulty. Obviously on harder difficulties they do more. And it's up to you whichever ones you have. So we're going across from the main area now into a flooded area with some vending machines. More hacking here. There's 2 opportunities, and there is also the vandalism audio log or audio diary. So just show you where we are. They're near the foyer there. And then we're going to hack this. Again, a vending machine. It's going to give you cheaper items. I don't know why I'm lingering there. And then we're going to go over here, and this is a bandit. This gives you cheaper ammo. So again, hack that. Ammo's not going to be a problem considering it only takes. So yeah, we'll just have a quick look. Another buckshot, machine gun rounds, armor piercing, anti-personnel, things like that. Later levels you will find different items in these bandits and in the vending machines. Pretty basic. So do a quick save here. Again, you should be saving fairly often. Like, we're not using the Vita chambers, so if you die you will have to go back to your last save. There's another diary. I will just mention, actually, the game can have technical issues when it sort of freezes. It only did it once for me, but I have seen other people say that it does sort of freeze on for them. So yeah, keep backup saves, if not for dying but for freezing. So we're going to open this door. There's nothing in here per se. There are items in here, but there's nothing that we need trophy wise or anything. Just show you how to open these doors. Another use for electric. It's actually the first thing you do in the game, but yeah, might as well go in here, get some ammo, have a look around, and then we're going to use the incinerate to melt this down and take care of this guy who throws a bunch of things at us. Off to the right, no, turn around, there you go. Off to the right now, you'll get ambushed and you get locked in there, so don't go in there yet. Go off into the left hand side here. You may have just seen the tonic there to the left, but there's another turret here we're going to want to shock. This is a grenade turret. They're pretty handy to have on your side, apart from when they do this, which is spot an enemy when you're in front of it and start blasting the wall. Luckily we're on easy, otherwise that could have really hurt. I think there's an enemy on the other side of that window. I couldn't see it. I can't remember there being one. I'm sure that it bust through the doors last time, so maybe that was the problem. Because turrets and enemies seem to have a longer window of attention. I don't know, can't think of the word. They spot you less easy, so on this difficulty, on the harder difficulty, they will spot you right away. Again, we're going to just skip here. I'm just looking at something else there, sorry. So yeah, you want to get that turret, not turret, sorry, security camera, so it's on your side. Not that you're going to get many people. That must have been the person there, but just go around this corner and we'll get the next audio log. And after that, we're going to go into a little secret area on the left hand side. That's going to be where the tonic is. There you can see it sort of greyed out next to the arrow where we are, the little area there. That's where the tonic was through the window. Do that in a moment. Oh yeah, we're just going to admire this handiwork here. That is beautiful. So yeah, you can break these down with anything. Obviously the cheapest the way to do it is with the wrench. And then you emerge here and you can see the tonic there. There aren't too many hidden areas in this game with regards to crawl spaces or anything like that. Most of the things are kind of in the open. Wrench jockey is a pretty good one if you're on a higher difficulty, because it really strengthens the wrench attack. So yeah, just show you here where we are going, or not where we're going, where we are. Search everything. Absolutely nothing. Even on the easiest difficulty, most cabinets have nothing in them. But oh, there you can see that she would have died with one hit anyway, because we're on easy. Again, just have a look in the pistol and the cabinet. Nothing once again. So that's this area clear. We are going to be going into this ambush next. Make a quick save, obviously, before any big fight, because you never know what's going to happen. And this is the shotgun, probably one of the best guns in the game. Unfortunately, you don't get much ammo, and there's no way to expand it. But it is pretty powerful, and you can upgrade it twice. You can make it more powerful, which is excellent, and you can make it shoot quicker, which is the most important thing. And probably the first upgrade I'll do, which when we get to one of those machines, which is not until the next area. There's not one in this area, so don't worry about that. So this bit can be pretty difficult on Survivor. The turret kind of helps you but doesn't. It can shoot through the fence, but they can also hit you as well. Friendly fire is on, so to speak. So you need to make sure you're standing away. The best thing to do is circle around the middle bit. So next diary is here. Pick this up once we have done with the fight. Obviously don't try and do it while you're fighting. And then we're going to go through here and pick up the next plasmid and also another log, which is, what's this one called? Telekinesis, testing telekinesis, something like that. So we just have a look through, make sure we pick up. So I haven't explained alcohol and things and smoking. Alcohol and smoking, tobacco. So there's the next log, and off to the left is the next plasmid, which is telekinesis, which is one of the best in the game actually. It's really fun what stuff you can do with that. Smoking and alcohol, I can't remember which way around it is, but I think it's drinking, you lose some Eve but you gain health, and smoking you lose some health and you gain Eve. It's vice versa, whichever way around it is. But it seems to be kind of negligible. You hardly notice it on this difficulty, at least. If you do drink too much within a short space, you'll become drunk for a minute, or not a minute. It's like 10 seconds. You'll just go all woozy. But just ignore it. The drinking and the smoke and the tobacco, just ignore them. There's not much to it. So there you can see we did the telekinesis, and the best thing you can do with telekinesis is pick these red canisters up, because they will blow anything up. And that is especially helpful when going fighting big daddies if you are doing it on harder difficulties, because they do major damage. They can do like a quarter of the big daddy's health bar in one. This is the first safe, I believe. This is the first one. I'm not going to get the trophy, so I can't. Yeah, this is the first one, because I've left it in. Safes have a smaller field board, whatever you want to call it. So you have to be quick with those. But again, you would get the hacked a safe trophy at this point. I do not. Yeah, the hacking minigame, it's fun to start with, it's okay to start with, but you do so much of it, it gets pretty. But later on, I don't even bother hacking vending machines and things like that, because you use them less and less, and it's just annoying. Once you have the trophy, you probably realise you won't hack so much anyway. So we go around this corner here, and there's a turret that's going to shoot these windows out for us, and it's going to allow us to jump through, shock the turret, and of course hack the turret, because why not? We need to do 50. Have a look around here. Register, obviously got some cash in it. And then we're going to go in this room, and there's going to be a diary and another tonic. I'm just going to open the door. For some reason, we don't use it, but anyway. So this bit, not this bit, the next bit got me. It's kind of ruined because you're watching this video anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you pick up this diary here, we're going to listen to it, and I'm going to show you where it is. It's downstairs, it's kind of in the dental area. Yeah, this bit got me the first time. I completely forgot about it. But the steam or smoke will come down again, and you can't move backwards. You're like, what the hell's going on? And then yeah, he's there. It's a lot worse when you're on the hardest difficulty and the enemies don't die as easily, that's for sure. So Speedy Hacker, it just reduces the flow when hacking, so that green slime is going to move even more slowly. Pretty handy for now. So we're just going to go. I'm trying to look for it and I've just looked at the map and I completely confused myself, but to the left, look to the left, no, not that way, no, it's not there, is it? There we go. There's a little grate here. You want to be going through this grate. There's just a few items here and you can have a bit of fun with an explosive. You can use telekinesis if you want, or just shoot this canister twice and it'll blow everything up. There's a few items in here, some ammo, etc. So this is going to take us out where we've got ambushed. The automatic tool is probably the best thing in here, to be honest. Where we got ambushed, and go back to use the telekinesis to advance the level. I do miss an area off to the left there. I should have done that, but we do come back to it later once I've realised, just before fighting the Big Daddy, because there is a lot of decent ammo in there. And I will show you how to get in there, because you do need telekinesis to get in the room. It really isn't that obvious to start with. So just trying to shoot. Yeah, these guys just run, and they run forever because they don't want to be near you because they've got explosives. So they try and distance themselves as much as they can, and they're still pretty tanky on this difficulty. So you can just imagine what they're like on Survivor. So finally we are going on into the surgery to take on the boss, which is not straight away but shortly, in the next 5-10 minutes. Speaking of which, removing all of the hacky mini games from this video has reduced it by 15 minutes. That's how much we do. That's a nice little bit of trivia there for you. So this guy is going to run off. You would probably come here first, as this is where the arrow takes you. And then you'd go back and get telekinesis, but we've already got it because you need it to do that, basically. So you go and catch one of his explosives and they can send one back at him and blow that stuff off to the right. Blow that stuff off to the right? That's bad wording. Anyway, yes, here I've left this one in because this is when a mini game goes wrong, when a hack goes wrong. Couldn't be finished. So this is what happens when you fail, you get shocked. On the harder difficulties, that is a bad thing because it will take all of your life, but on this it really doesn't matter. So again, we're just skipping the hacks and moving right along and getting our next audio log, which is symmetry. I missed that. I was looking elsewhere. I wasn't looking at the screen. So yeah, you can see their goal. We're nearly at the surgery. That's where the boss fight is. We've just got a few more bits to pick up along the way in those side rooms. A tonic and another audio log. So at this point here, I do look down in a minute. You'll see the bot and the guy have a sort of red aura around them. The bot is being controlled by that guy. If you kill the guy first, the bot will drop to the floor, as it won't have an owner or a controller anymore. Or you can zap it and make it yours, basically, and reverse it. So I'm just thinking, that was the boss, the guy. Yeah, it must have been the boss because he disappeared. So take care of that turret at the bottom there, and then there's another tonic here that we had to run past just to get to that turret before it started shooting us. This one's pretty good. If somebody melees you, you let off an electric charge which knocks them back and damages them. Pretty good, but again, not going to notice it too much. There is a camera in there. You're going to want to take this camera because we need to hack everything, and there's a save in here, so there's so much hacking to do. You can see why it was 15 minutes of extra video. So it's probably for the best to remove it all. So you can see the safe ones are always more difficult. You always need to find that first piece really quickly to get the flow going the right way, otherwise you can mess it up quite easily. So just get these extra items here, not that we need them, and then we're going to get this audio log up on here, which is Aphrodite walking, I believe. Aphrodite. And there we go. And then where the goal is, where the star is, that is going to be our boss fight. And I'm just clearing up again because you have to. It's kind of like the law, isn't it? If there are items, you have to pick them up. So make another quick save here. Because it's a boss fight. Not that it's difficult. We're going to be taking care of him within 2 seconds. It's even not difficult on the hardest difficulty if you've got a bot with you, because he will concentrate on the bot and he's not very good at killing it. So you can just melee him to death, basically. But he's even easier on easy. He's nothing to worry about. He's just going to do his sadistic thing here, where he's trying to make the perfect woman, I believe. And then he's going to notice you. You're going to want to step back because he's going to start shooting at that window. And then you're free to go and take him out. So he's kind of tough, even on this difficulty, with regards to how much health he has compared to everybody else, but still, it's nothing. And you take him out in 2 seconds. He has the key that we need to exit, basically. The bathysphere from right at the beginning, where we got denied. We are now able to leave via that area. So I'm just doing a clear up while while Atlas is talking, because I'm about to pick up another diary, and that is in this woman's inventory. So you can see the little different symbol there. So that's a bit different. There are a few of them like that. It's the only one like that in this level, but later on there are a few corpses that do have diaries on them like that. So you need to definitely make sure you have got all of those. Again, I'll do a check at the end of this video. A quick list, show you all the diaries you should have. There are 17, like I mentioned before. So you want to make sure you have them all. You can come back to this area, so don't worry if you've missed anything. It's not like the first bit where it's locked off. You can come back with the bathysphere up until the last boss. Once you enter the last boss, everything gets locked off, and then that is it. But because we have saved, we can just go back to an old save anyway, so it's not too bad. So the reason you want to take this turret, especially on harder difficulties, is because you get mobbed here. 4 or 5 people come running down, and you can just let the turret kind of handle them and the bot, or you can just do that because it's much easier. On this difficulty, I'm not sure how many times I'm going to mention that, probably a few more, but it's hard to talk for an hour. How long is this video? 42 minutes, and just fill in the time. So this is the way we came. This is the tunnel we came through before. It is now collapsed at one end, so we're going to have to take a detour, and we're going to meet our first little sister and Big Daddy. But the Big Daddy has been already taken care of for us. So we're going to enter a cutscene now, and I'll let this one play out. Because I can explain, it gives me a quick chance to explain what little sisters do. So what we need to do for one of the trophies is, well, 2 trophies actually, we need to deal with all of the little sisters, which is make a decision with all of them, which means having to beat the Big Daddies. You cannot interact with them until you've beaten the Big Daddy that is protecting them, and then you can either harvest them or you can rescue them. For the trophies, for one of the trophies you could do either, but for the missable trophy we need to rescue all of them. You cannot harvest any of them. Harvest gives you a quick boost of Adam, which there is a vending machine behind us, and show you where we can spend the Adam in a minute. That will give you a big boost to start with, or if you rescue them you get more Adam in the long run, but you get it later on with in the form of presents, which will go in front of the vending machines I'm going to show you in a minute. So there it's explaining sort of you get less Adam, but in the long run it's better. So you want to press triangle or whatever the equivalent is on the Xbox. Is it Y? I forget. So if you want to make a save before dealing with any of them, just in case you accidentally harvest them, I would do. And they will turn back into human children and they will run off. So once you've dealt with them, you don't have to worry about them. They're kind of invulnerable and they won't get killed or anything. So just let them do their thing. And off behind that curtain, go on, turn around, there we go. That curtain up at the end there is the vending machine, the garden, something. I've only just played this, I can't remember it. I've literally just done this footage and gone on to recording it. Gatherer's Garden, is that what it's called? So just before we do that, there is another diary here. That's the last one on this level. There we go, that's pretty much us done now. So in these Gatherer's Gardens, you can only spend Adam, which you get from dealing with little sisters. So we have 80 there, you can see. There are 2 tonics in here, the Armoured Shell and Eve Linked. We're going to want to buy both of these because we need it for a trophy. So you want to save your Adam, as it is quite a rare commodity. You can do health upgrades and you can do Eve upgrades, but it's not essential on this low difficulty. You see how expensive they are, 80 each. I believe at the end of the first playthrough I had over 1,000 Adam left, so you do have the ability to do it if you want to, but it's just not necessary. I would not risk anything. Just buy what you need to and just save it. If you are struggling with regards to health, you can use it if you really want to, but it's just not necessary. Don't worry about it. We'll be buying slots and things like that for tonics as well from those Adam, from the Gatherer's Gardens. We'll be doing that later as well. There weren't any in that one. You get 1 extra one for each area you go to. So there's the next one. There are 2 little sisters in this area. One of them we've just dealt with, obviously, and then the next one has its own Big Daddy, so it is up to you to fight it. But before that, I'm just going to go back to the room that I missed. I mentioned it earlier on. We've gone back downstairs, and then we've gone here. This room is locked with a key. You need a key, and it's not initially obvious where the key is. The key is actually through that window, and you need telekinesis to pull it towards you so you can collect it. And then once you go in here, there's a camera off to the left, and I think there's a safe at the back end. I think there's actually 2 cameras in a safe. So there's quite a lot of hacking, so just for the hacking is good enough, I suppose. And there's a few items. You don't actually have to come here for the platinum or anything, but there's a bunch of decent ammo early game, especially if you're on hard difficulties. It's really going to come in helpful. So you've got the bandages there, you've got the safe and a camera there. You want to shock the camera and get underneath it, give it a hack. But there's in the other room where that guy was. There's anti-personnel ammo and there's some anti-armor ammo as well, I believe. I'm going having a look in a minute. Come on, there you go. So you got the armor piercing stuff in there and regular ammo. And now I have 2 bots for some reason, and they will stay with me. Like I said, I mentioned earlier that the enemies respond more slowly to you on this difficulty. It works both ways as well. Your turrets don't seem to respond as quickly to enemies as they would on the harder difficulties, so that's weird. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but that's how it is. So you're probably going to kill most enemies before turrets or bots actually have a chance to do it themselves. So they're kind of unnecessary on this difficulty, but it's always good to just have them around. Like there's still one here on the right hand side that I did. Oh yeah, it's kind of still there. I think it's kind of on fire. So make a quick save before ever dealing with one of these, because it might kill you, or you might accidentally, and I do this, I have cut it out, but the first time I killed this Big Daddy, it ran towards me, and the little sister follows it, and I pressed square to reload, but I grabbed the little sister and harvested her by accident. So you can see it, she'll run towards it like that and start freaking out. And I accidentally pressed square because I was trying to reload the shotgun. So just be aware, make a save before you ever deal with the Big Daddy. And there you go, 120 Adam now. Not going to go back and spend any because we've got everything we needed from that vending machine. So it's just, we don't need it. So don't worry about her. We are now free to leave. As you can see at the bottom there, there's the two little sisters, the faces. If there was only 2 in this level, before you rescue them, there will be a little picture of a Big Daddy next to them, which means they haven't been dealt with yet. So if they have the face there, that means they have been rescued, which means we are free to leave. So we're just going to take care of this annoying little guy here, and then we're going to go upstairs. I'm going to hit the switch and it's going to let us leave. So we are going to use the bathysphere, and we're going to go to Neptune's bounty next. And that's going to be the next video, obviously, because this one's going on long enough, 42 minutes already. I don't think this is going to be the longest. There's going to be longer ones than this. Not by much, but there are bigger areas. So I'm just going to go there to Neptune's bounty. As you can see, there's selections, so you can come back to areas afterwards. At the beginning of every area, I would make a save just to be safe. And then I'm just going to quickly show you all of the audio logs that you should have. It comes under there, Welcome to Rapture and Medical Pavilion. The rest of them will have their own section, but there'll be 19 here. The bottom 2 will be the ones we got in the first video, so don't worry about that, those 2. So that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.